So, I would like any one of you to tell me what you learned on our last class before I continue. So, is there anyone? Rukaya, please, can you tell me what you learned on the last class?
Yeah, good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Though I wasn't able to enjoy the class because I wasn't able to enjoy the class because I was having bad network issue. I was just being locked out. But I learned about the conditional formatting, how we can sort out our what's it called, using the sort what's it called function, how to filter, and also about the conditionally formatting, how we can use colors to show highlight some values and stuff like that. And which other one that he talked was about yeah, how to show graphics, show let me say what was it, statistics, yeah, how to show statistics using graphics, what's it called. So that's what I learned
Okay,
in the
thank you.
last class.
Thank you. That is a brief summary of what we learned
You're
on the last.
welcome.
So, so we are going to look on what if analysis. So, for example, I'm trying to explain this what if analysis, the table you are seeing here, and all. So, for example, you already analyze data. So, you want to see your profit, you want to know your margin. So, and you are thinking of it, like if a certain amount is this amount. So what if maybe for example you want to check for 100 units of goods sold now, and you check for what the 70 the 100 units of goods sold, and you want to see if 200 of the units sold, and what will be the profit. So that is what we call the what if analysis. You are trying to know your future sales, and I use the units to explain the what if analysis. So I talked about that if your unit is 100 and it gave you a profit of 75. Now you are thinking about what if 200, what profit will it give you? That is what the what if analysis talk about. So we are going to see how we generated all these tables and how the table is being generated. So today's class is based on what if analysis. So you are welcome, everyone. I believe you have a great day, a great time. So let's move to this great journey in Excel for data analysis. So I'm going to create a new table. I'm going to name it what if what if analysis. What if analysis. Now I will merge these two columns, two columns, so that I we have a good flow. So it will be my header. I will merge it on this merge and center. So I've merged these two columns to become one column. So let me zoom now. So let me format it with color. I've already formatted it with color. So let me see if I can increase the color. Good. Now we want to see uh, let's say our price, for our price. So then units, let's say units will be the next, and the price will be the other. Or we can do it like this: the price first. Let's know our price, what we sell, the price. Now let's say we sell uh, our prices. Let's say price says. Now let's say our price is what, let's say it's $30. So I will use this column as a uh, a a dollar or a currency. I will use it as a currency. Then I will impute, let's say our price is 50. We can call it 50 or 50. So let me change it to dollar. Let me change it to dollar. So I'm using the dollar. Now let's say that our unit our units per goose or okay, let's say per goose. Let's say our unit is let's say 100 units. So let's 100 units we sold, and 100. So now we want to talk about our total. Now the price plus the units will give us a total. So we are going to multiply, right? So yes, we are going to multiply. So we are going to multiply 50 times 100 will give us our total amount we sell at that particular time. So let's say let me remove the decimal. So good. And now this is our unit. Now I'm going to write total, and our total should be based on currency. So I'm going to use the dollar. So now we already know our we already know our uh, calculation, right? It's just multiplication and addition. So now let's see how we can multiply them so that we can get the total. Now we are going to multiply the 50, the price. So I'm going to multiply the price times, let's say times, good, times and the goose, unit per goose. Now this is our unit, and let me remove the decimal. Now this is our total unit. Now we want to talk about profit margin. When we talk about profit margin talk about the percentage which every item takes. Okay, the percentage margin talk about the percentage of which use the customer or the persons or the organization sells. So we are talking about the profit of which the organization sells. Now, so we are going to add it as let's say 25%. We are going to say 25%. Then I'm going to make that particular sales as a percentage. Now automatically it becomes a percentage. Good. Now I'm going to name here margin. So So good. And this, I'm going to copy this as our profit. Now, for us to get a profit, we have to multiply this times the percentage. Now, let's multiply this times the percentage, and this multiplied by this will give us the percentage. Now, this is our profit. At 500, at 50, or at 100 units, we sell the profit of 1,250. So, what's now? I want to ask a question. For example, you have a business and you sell. I want to ask a question so anybody can answer. For example, you sell biscuit at 5 naira, and every biscuit, like every unit of the biscuit, is 5 naira. So what if you sell 100 units, and you have a total of 50? Let's say the biscuit is 50 naira, and you have a total of 5,000. Now, the percentage of your profit margin is 25. So what will be your profit is 125. Now, if you want to calculate it now, for example, you want to calculate what if is 200. Now, you cannot just use your head. If I ask someone to tell me what will be the percentage of or the unit when the unit is being sells at or the unit is being sold at 200, what will be the profit? You cannot get it on your head. You cannot calculate it easily. But with the help of what if analysis, it will help you to perform this calculation. So I want to ask a question. What comes to your mind when you hear about what if analysis? Please, someone should respond. What comes to your mind? I want to get, before I go further, what comes to your mind? If you want to answer, please raise up your hand when you hear what if analysis. So, Abbas, you can answer the question. You can answer, Abbas.
Good evening, sir. What comes to my mind when I say what if analysis is that it talks about the profit you earn when you sell goods.
Okay. Okay. Any other person? Okay. You can speak. You can speak, Abasi. Okay. Is there any other person who wants to try? What comes? I just want to get some views from you. What comes to your mind when you hear about what if analysis? What do you think about that word, what if analysis? I just explained my own, but I want to see your own side of it so that I can move forward. Okay. So, do anyone want to try? Okay, Rukaya, you can speak. Rukaya, you can speak. Rukaya.
I think like what analysis, yes, I'm hearing. What if
Okay.
analysis, I think we'll be dealing with probability, like calculating probability of something.
Yes, good, good. I just
Do you
love
get what
that.
I said?
Yes, yes, I love that statement because I wanted to get probability. Abbas is also right, but the word probability, I think he gave us a meaningful insight to what we are talking about. So that is what we are discussing. What if analysis? Now, okay. Now, I want to use the what if analysis. So we'll come to data here, and you see where I'm pointing. You see we have the what if analysis. We have the scenario manager, we have the go seek and the data table. Now, in this work we have done before, this is a scenario manager that will give you the probability. Now, this is a data table and this is a goal seek. Now, this scenario manager, we are going to look on how we are going to get the scenarios of what will happen at a particular time, and Excel make it easier for us. After you have gotten your scenarios, different scenarios, you can see the data table just like this. But let's see how we can get all those summary and all. So now we said that at 5 naira, let's say at $50, we got a total of 5,000 uh, 5,000 USDT US dollar, and the goods per unit is 100. So we got this. Now we said that this multiply by this will give us this. Now we have the percentage. So this percentage, uh Excel has a function called the percentage sign, which you can just click and it will include the percentage function for you. So we added 25% and we multiply by the total score for those who just join in. Now let's use the what if analysis. Now let's see the scenario manager. Now the scenario manager, I'm going to add a new scenario. Now I'm going to add a new scenario. I'm going to name my scenario to be 100 at 100 units at 100 units. Now I'm going to press OK, and I've already clicked it. Now I want to add a new scenario at 200 units, and what will be our scenario. Now I'm going to change here to 200. Okay, then I'm going to add another scenarios. Let's say at 300. Now this is the name I'm giving the scenarios I'm trying to see. Now the quantity will be 300, and I'll press OK. Then I will change the scenarios, and now here will become theory. Okay, Rukaya, you want to speak? Hello, Rukaya, you want to speak? Okay, I believe you guys are following. So let's
Yes,
continue.
like what you are typing is not showing. No,
It's
I'm
not.
not seeing your, like, it's not showing.
Oh. So
Yes, like what you are typing,
it's not
there is
popping
nothing
out.
showing on your screen.
Okay. Let me share this full screen. Sorry.
Like
Let me
everything
share.
you've been typing is not showing.
Let me
Yes.
share. Let me share my full screen. Okay. So I believe now we are going to you are going to see my screen now. So I've shared my full screen. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Thank you for calling my attention. Now, so you can see the display now. So I'm going to start it again. I will delete all the scenarios. So can you see the dialog box again? Can you see the dialog box pop out? Rukaya, can anyone see the dialog box that's pop out?
I can see it.
Okay, now good. Let me continue. Now this is how
Yes,
I got.
yes.
Now this is how I got the scenario by clicking here, and I went to scenario manager and I click it. So I added the scenario just like this. I make sure that I click the units because we are going to change units That is our focus. Each unit, we want to see the changes of the unit. So, Rukayat, what do you understand by unit? Hello, is there any? What do you guys understand by unit? Who can? Someone should answer me. What do you understand by unit? Hello, please, someone should answer me. What do you understand by unit? When we talk about business,
Okay, units can also be said as quantity.
okay, quantity, yeah. So I just want us to know every statement I'm making and every thing I am using. So thank you for that. Now, the unit per goods. Now, at 50 naira, the person bought 100 units of the goods. Now, and he got this profit. Now we are focusing on the unit. Now we are going to add our unit of 100 quantity. This is the name of the scenario, and I'm going to add it here. So I'm okay with the 100. Now I'm going to add another scenario. Let's say at 200, then quantity, at 200 quantity, and I'm going to change here to 200. So at 300 quantity, so 300 quantity. So I'm going to change here as 300. Now at 400 quantity, 400 quantity. Now at 400 quantity, I'm going to change here to 400. So at, let's say at 500, I think these scenarios are okay. At 500 quantity. So I'll change here to 500. 500, good. Now these are all our quantity and different scenarios. Now let's see at 100. This is at 100. Now watch this, how the scenario will be changed. Now let's click at 100 and let's show our scenario. This is our scenario. Automatically at 200 we got 2,500. I believe you saw the changes, and we have a total of 10,000. So at 300, let me see the scenarios. Now at 300 quantity, we have 3,750 as a profit. So at 500, we have 5,000 as a profit. This is how you can create your scenarios. Now at 500 quantity, I think we have 6,250 profit. So I don't know if you have any question concerning this. Do anyone have questions to to ask? If you have question, ask so that I will continue. Or if you do not have, so I'll move on. So now these are all the scenario. So I want to rename this. I want to rename this. I would rename it as unit. Good. Now I will rename my profit as profit. I'll rename it as profit. Now this is profit. Now this is profit and this is unit. Now let's come back to our scenario manager. We want to check, see the summary. Hello, we want to see the summary of all the scenarios we have made so far. Now this is the summary, and the summary of all the scenarios. So let's see it. Now, this is a summary of all scenarios. Now, at we have the units, the changes cell. These are the changes cell. Remember, I changed it from 500, from 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. And this is every result scenarios. So at 100, we got 250. At 200, we got 250, 2500, and at 300 we have 3750, and at 400, these are all the scenarios, and this is how we created the scenarios. Okay, I believe we do not have any issue with this. Do we have any issue, so that you can ask a question, then or we move on? Do you have any issue with it, or do you want to ask a question? So since there's no question, should I move on? Hello, should I move on? Is there any question to ask? Okay, let me move on. Now, this is created our scenarios. Now, we delete the scenarios and go back to our sheet. Now, we have successfully created this. Now, let's see every scenarios. We want to create every scenarios. So now let's go back to the scenarios of 100. Good, good. Let's go back to scenarios of 100 now. Good. So we want to create different scenarios now. So I'm going to create a 100, 100, then 200. Now I'm going to duplicate it and auto generate some digits. Now these are all the digits, and we want to see different scenarios. Now we want to see different scenarios from 100 to 200. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste this profit here. So, and now this is it. Now let's see all the scenarios. These are all the scenarios. I'm coming. Okay. I'm coming. Now let's come to go seek. Now go seek, and we are going to add a change of cells. I'm sorry. A minute. I'm coming. So we are going to sell the go seek. So we are going to set a value. We are going to come back to that. So let me take this now. Now let's see all the different scenarios. Let's see the different scenarios. Now we are going to include the scenarios here by imputing the data table. Hello, is there anyone want to ask a question? Is there anyone want to ask a question? I'm coming. So let's see the scenarios again. Just trying to duplicate. I don't really know. Okay, I'm coming. Wow. So, okay, now let's see this goal seek. The goal seek. Now let's set a goal. We want to have a changing cell, and our changing cell will be the goose. The goose. And now let's see our value. We want to sell to the profit to this. I'm coming. We want to set our profit to this, and the changing cell will be this. Now we want to set a goal. Let's say we want to see what are we going to have at a margin profit of let's say a profit of let's say 7,000. What are the scenarios? Let's see. Now, so at 7,000 as a profit, we are going to have 560 as the unit. 560, that is the goal seek. When we are talking about goal seek, this is how we created the goal seek. We are looking about the future and how we can get the profit of 7,000. Now let's see how we can get a million. How we can get the profit, a million profit. Now we are going to set our goal seek. Then here will be this place will be our changing value, and here will be our goal seek. Now let's see when we if we want to have 20 or 1 million as profit. 1 million as profit. Now I believe this is 1 million. 1 million. So let's see how are we going to get the units we can sold to get the 1 million profit. Now I'm going to click it, and this will give us the profit, the target. So let me adjust this. Let me adjust this. Now, for us to get 1 million as a profit, we need to sell uh, 80,000 units of goods. We need to sell 80,000 units of goods, and we are going to get the profit of 1 million naira. So I don't know if this is confusing to you. So is there any issue? So we can continue. Okay. So
Hello?
okay, speak. You can speak.
I don't understand though. I don't understand how you come about this topic everything and the basic.
You don't understand. Okay. So Ogunbemi, what's you raise up your hand?
Yes, I also have the same issue. Please, can you take it again?
Okay. Okay, Favor, you can speak. Favor.
I can't hear you. Like I was not even hearing anything.
Okay, let me explain again. I said that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, now I said that, uh, for example, we want to predict the future. We want to know a certain amount of profit we want to get for a particular unit of goods. So we don't know the particular unit of goods. So we want to a profit of 1 million naira, or we want profit of 2 million naira. So what is the unit of goods? That is what the goal seek talks about. We are trying to predict the future. We are trying to predict what we can do to get the 1 million or the 2 million. So I believe you understand what I explained. If you don't understand, let me explain again. Do you understand what I just explained now? So before I can move further, Favor.
Yes, you said something about prediction and
Yes.
wrap up to that.
So good. Now let's go back again. Now let's see what our goal seek. We want to look on goal seek. Now we want to set a goal. Now we want to set a cell. This is our focus. We are trying to set a cell, which the cell is the profit cell. We want to know uh, what cells, like we want to know the particular cell that will give us the value. Now we set the cell, the profit, because we want to know at 2 million, want to know at 2 million profit. Now we set the cell profit, then we set the value. We set the value. Let's say the value we want to set is 2 million. We want to know how many units of goods we are going to sell at 2 million. So now my changes cell will be my unit cell. This is my unit cell, and this is my set cell. The profit is my set cell, and my changes cell is the unit. Now I put the value which I am focusing on, which is the 2 million. Now the 2 million, we want to see how many units of goods we can sell to get 2 million. So I'll click it. Now this is the unit of goods. We have 160,000 units of goods to get uh 2 million profit. So Favor, are you clear now with this?
Yes.
You are clear now? Okay, so let's do it again. Now, for example, let's go back to our scenario to 100 quantity. Now, good. Now, let's see how many quantity using our go seek. Let's see how many quantity we are going to sell as 10,000, as let's say as 10,000 units of goods. Let's see, as 10,000 units of goods, or the value. Let's see, at 10,000, what are we going to sell? You know, we at 100 we sell 5,000. At 100 units of goods we sell 5,000. So let's see how many units of goods we can sell our total as 5,000. So then let's set the value, or let's focus on the profit. The profit, how many can we sell to get 10,000? Now I will set my sell, which are profits. I'm going to set the changes cell to the unit. Now I'm going to choose 10,000 profit. 10,000 profit. Now when I click it, it will give me the unit of goods I need to sell to get 10,000 profit. So is there any question to ask?
Okay,
Is there any?
I want to say something. So at 100, how many units of food we had? How many? Sorry.
Okay. Look at it. Let me go back to my what our scenario manager at 100 quantity. This is what we sell. We sell 1,250, right?
1,000. Yes.
Now uh, let's set a goal seek. Now we want to see the profit like 2,000 profit. Let's see 2,000 profit. Now I have to set my sell to profit. I have to set this sell to profit, and I will set 2,000. So now I'll change my changes cell should be my unit. So my unit is my changes cell. My profit is my set sell. So we want to see at 2,000 profit, what are we going to sell? Now we'll click it. Now at 2,000 we need to sell what? 160 units of goods to get the profit. So Favor, are you clear?
Yes. So it means as it goes higher, the unit of goods also increases, right?
Yes, as the unit of goods go higher, the profit becomes higher.
Okay.
And I want you to know that it's just a probability. You are just imagine what will be your goal at a particular range or a particular amount. I believe everyone is okay with this class, so I can continue to the next topic. So is there anyone with issue concerning the topic? So go seek. So should I move forward?
Yeah, you can move forward.
So, Ogunbemi, you raised up your hand earlier.
Okay, you can
Is
move forward. Thank you.
okay. So I believe everybody is okay. And I want you to know that when you are setting, okay, let me go back again. When you are setting your value, your value is the cell you want to be changing. Like the cell you want to get the probability, the cell you are setting a cell which is the profit. You want to see different probabilities of different profit. You have to set the area profit, and this area, remember, there's a calculation. We did not just arrive with this profit. This is the calculation. If you are setting a cell, the cell must be a cell that has been calculated. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I give you this clue, and for you to know that when you are setting your set cell, should be a cell that has been calculated. Okay, now why your changes cell cannot, you cannot just or your changes cell cannot be a cell that can be that are already be calculated. Sorry, your changes cell is a cell without no calculation. Your set cell is a cell with calculation. Okay, I believe everyone understand what I just explained, and this will help you a lot because when you are trying to practice on your own. So now let's go back to our what if analysis. Now let's see our data table. Now data table, we want to see every scenarios, every scenarios of our data table. So we want to see every scenario of our data table. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this here, and I'll say equal to, let's say, profit good. Sorry, equal to profit. Now I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to highlight it. Now I'm going to my data table. Now this data table, I will click a column which I want to get the scenarios. Okay, now I'll click here, and every sorry, let me go back again. Now the data table talks about uh, how you can easily check every scenarios. Talk about how you can easily check every scenarios. Now when you come back to here, you see we have different columns. Now when you come back to here, you see that we have two columns. Now when you have multiple column, you will set two columns, row and two row and one row and one column. But when you have two columns, you set just the column, the particular column. So let me show you an example of what I mean. Now we want to see every scenarios. Now I'm going to use a data table. I'll choose a particular data I want to change this to see the scenarios. Now I'll click this. Now at 100 I got this. At 100 I got this. At 100 I got this. At 200 I got 250. These are all the scenarios. Let me go back to this scenario manager to 100 so that I will not confuse you guys. So now at 100, this is the scenario. At 200, this is the scenario. At 300, and this is the scenarios. So this is how you can create different scenarios. So uh, is there anyone finding issue to understand what I explained, or should I continue? So I will explain again. Hello, is there anyone? Do you understand what I did to generate a data table?
Yes, I
Hello,
think I understand.
okay, you understand. So, so everybody, so let me ask one after the other. So I'll be that everybody's on the same page. So, Ogunbemi, you understand, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and Jumbo, you understand? Hello, Jumbo Joy. Okay, um, Mercy, do you understand?
Yes, I understood it.
Okay, Abasi, do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I believe everybody understand. So let's move on. We are still learning. So now this is how you can get different scenarios. This is how you can achieve different scenarios. Now, for example, we want to talk about percentage and different scenarios. We want to look on different percentage and their scenarios. So we have let's say our percentage. We have 25. Let me copy this and I'll paste it here at 25, and let's paste it at 30, at let's say 30, good, 30. Now let's see different scenarios using percentage. Now I'm going to duplicate to have a different percentage using the auto fee uh, tools. So now let me copy this. Let's see different scenarios using this units. Now, so
Yes, sir.
so now this is our data table. Data table. This is our data table. And now we want to see different scenarios, different scenarios using the units per goods. Now I'll copy the profit here. I'll copy the profit here by using the equal to, then the profit. Now good. Now we have the units. We have the unit, the unit. We have the profit, and we have the percentage. Please watch this very clear. This can be confusing at a particular time, can be confusing if you did not pay attention. Now, we just we just copy the profit. This is the profit, and this is the percentage, and this is the unit, different unit. Now, let's see our data table. We are going to highlight this. We are going to highlight this to see our different scenarios, like the different scenarios and their profits. Okay, now let's see this. Now we are using our data table. Remember, when we are using this, we clicked one column. We clicked one column. Now, when we are using this, we are going to impute the role. We are going to impute the role and the column. We are going to impute the role and column. Now let's impute column, which will be this. Let's see this. The column should be this, and or the column should be this, and the row should be this. Sorry, our column should be this. Our column should be this, and our row should be our percentage. Now let's see this. Did you see what I just did? Do you understand what I did? Hello? Is there anyone confused with what I did? Do you understand what I did?
Hello, I didn't get that particular one you did now. I didn't get it right.
Okay. Now, I will delete it and explain again. Okay, I will explain again. Please, let's pay attention. Now, let me delete this. We want to see, we are working on the data table. We got the different units. Here is the different units. Different units. And here is the different percentage. Different percentage of profit margin, the percentage margin. Now we want to get, this is the margin, the profit. This is the profit, but we want to copy this profit here. We want to copy this profit here to here. So now we have copied this profit to here. Now we want to see at 25% what will be our profit. At 25%, what will be our profit? At 30%, hello? You raise up your hand. Dotty. Grace, you raise up your hand.
Yes, I cannot see your screen.
Ma,
Yes, I cannot see your screen.
Can you see it now?
No.
I guess it's network. Favor, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
See your screen. I can see it.
So everybody's seeing my screen. I guess it's network.
Okay. Okay.
Now, this is the percentage. This is the percentage of our data here, our profit margin, and this is our profit. Now, this is our profit, and this is our profit margin. This is our unit. Now, we want to see every scenarios, or every profit at 100, at 200, at 300, 30%, at 35%, at 40%, and at 60 to 65%. Now, this is how uh, I want to make these scenarios easy by highlighting the column. I want to change the scenarios. Now, I've already highlighted the scenarios. Now, I will click on my data table. Good. This is my data table. I'll come back to my what if analysis table. This is my what if analysis table. Now, remember in this we just click the column input cell. We click this input cells, which was our the input cells was our percentage, units. The inputs we imputed on the column was the unit. But now we are going to impute two. One, the row and the column. We are not going to impute one, but we are going to impute two, the row and the column. So we are going to impute our units, which is this, and now we are coming to the row. And when you watch this, we are using percentage here. We are using percentage. Now we are going to click our percentage because we are focusing on the percentage and the units. So the percentage is our row, and the units is our column. So now once I click it, everything will be generated. Everything will be generated. Look at it. Now all the scenarios and the data have been generated. So is there anyone who is still confused or who do not understand it?
I'm clear now.
Huh? You are
I said
okay
I
with it? So Ogugbemi, do you understand?
I do. Thank you.
So I think we are going to call it a day until on Monday, our next class. And also, for those who do not fully understand it, please try to go back to our YouTube video. And I got some information or some complaint that some of you cannot see our recorded video very clearly. I want to announce this to you. Please, if you want to watch our YouTube video, go to your settings. You choose the high resolution. The high resolution will give you a better version, or the clearer version, okay? And good night. And for those who have not uh, paid for their certificate, should try to pay for their certificate, okay? So good night and have a nice day. So good night.